Hi there. I am so excited that you get to join me in some pelvic floor connection and relaxation using the Cooch Ball. So we're going to begin by taking the Cooch Ball and putting it right underneath our perineal space. There's going to be pressure equally between the rectum and the vaginal parts, and you might need to kind of lean to one side or the other to get pressure right in the middle. We want this Cooch Ball to be gently elongating all of the pelvic floor muscles at once. I want you to be aware that the Cooch Ball is there, but it shouldn't cause pain. So if it's really sharp, really pinchy, go ahead, switch to a softer chair, deflate your Cooch Ball a bit. And if we can't find a way to do this without that sharp, uncomfortable pain, I want you to switch to a to a rolled towel for a day or two to give the tissues a break, and then come back to the Cooch Ball. The Cooch Ball is improving circulation to the pelvic floor tissues by gently providing pressure to these regions. And if this is a region that the muscle has been really tight for a long time, getting this blood flow moving is a good thing, but it's kind of like when your hand wakes up from being asleep. So we want to make sure we give the tissues time to kind of incorporate this improved blood flow. And if every time you sit on the Cooch Ball it feels just fine, then you're doing great. But if you sit on it today and then tomorrow and the next day and it seems to be getting more sore, that's a sign that our tissues need a day off. Okay? All right, good talk. So we're sitting on the Cooch Ball. My feet are flat on the ground. One hand on my lower belly, the other hand on my chest. I'd like you to try your best to relax your belly. Breathe into the lower belly and back out. Breathe into the lower belly and back out. If you can see yourself in the mirror, is there any movement of the chest? If so, calm that movement. Try to get more breath down here. Perfect. That's step one, getting the breath down in the lower abdomen. Step two is cognitively understanding that as we inhale against this relaxed belly, and just as the belly gets bigger in all directions, if the pelvic floor is resting well, it's resting softly, as you inhale and your belly gets bigger, your pelvic floor muscles should blossom down into this Cooch Ball. And as you exhale and your belly gets smaller, the pelvic floor should rebound back to that nice resting tone. But here's the thing, chicken wing. That's what should happen if the pelvic floor is already resting on that healthy ground level. If we're at the start of our rehab journey and the pelvic floor is really tight on the third or the fourth floor of that 4-story building, can we inhale, and as the belly gets bigger, it helps the pelvic floor come down towards the ground floor? Now, can you exhale? Belly comes back in, but can you keep your pelvic floor down at that more relaxed position? Inhale, belly gets bigger, pelvic floor goes from the 4th floor down to the 2nd floor. Exhale, pelvic floor stays at the 2nd floor. We can cognitively understand that, but it might take our brain a little while to connect to the muscles and allow them to actually do that. So I want you just to breathe into your belly for 1 or 2 more minutes and just try to tune in. What are you feeling on your sit bones? What are you feeling in your pelvic floor muscles? The rectum, the vag, the urethra, the deep hips. Inhale and exhale. And eventually we're going to notice something. Maybe it's a sore bike seat. Maybe it's movement. Maybe it's warmth. We're going to notice something. And that's something, that's the start of these sensory nerves, these proprioception nerves coming alive again. And once we wake those up, then we have a chance to be amazingly successful at the big three. And we will be successful with all the future exercises. So step 1, sit on the Cooch Ball and belly breathe 3 to 5 minutes, 1 to 3 times a day. At the very end of this time, we could do 2 or 3 Kegel and relaxes. So with the rectum, vag, and urethra, can we lift and squeeze just those pelvic parts up away from the ball? There's the 4th floor. Okay, what does that feel like? Hold 3, 2, 1. Now relax. That might be the 3rd floor. What different information can your body get from these muscles? Relax your belly. Take 1 or 2 belly breaths. Now maybe we're on the 2nd floor with the pelvic muscles. Kegel up and in again, rectum, vag, and urethra, lifting. There's the 4th floor. Hold 3, 2, 1. Relax fully. Relax your tummy. Take 1 or 2 belly breaths. Can you tell anything about the position of your pelvic floor in space as you go through these? Do 1 more Kegel up and in. So lifting and it's squeezing, it's moving this way. Hold 3, 2, 1, and then relax. Practicing those 2 things, sitting on the Cooch Ball, helps improve the muscles' pliability. Doing the Kegel and relax starts to connect your brain to the idea that the pelvic muscles have more than one position that they get to go into, right? And then throughout our day-to-day life, let's pop off of this for a second. Oh, whoa, hello, copious space around my bum hole. In my day-to-day life now, can I keep my pelvic muscles super quiet while I just gently draw in my tummy 2%? You'll get there. I know you will. So if this is really hard for you, then this is where you start, at this connection and relaxation. Bare minimum of once a day with the Cooch Ball, and then the other 2 times a day, perhaps on a rolled towel. And then throughout the day, what can we do to keep our bum hole relaxed, to keep our jaw relaxed, while we gently draw in our deepest, lowest tummy muscle? It's really challenging from a brain-body perspective, but it is the base of our functional pyramid. And what is super challenging today is going to just be natural in how your body carries itself 2 weeks from now. So it is well worth the investment. I'm proud of you.